Guys, what's up? This is honorableaggro. Welcome back to some more Witcher 3. We're playing through the Hearthstone DLCs.
Stay out of my
Still,
way.
and we're on the third wish from I forgot his name already. Yeah, from our guy. Anyway, we're headed to the Von Everett Manor. I should have a post, or a signpost out there. It's fair.
Hey! You hear me?
Mighty rusty and covered in creepers.
Kendrick. Kendrick? You there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me after.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets. Oh, sweet mother Melitterly, why'd I ever come here?
Good question. What are you doing here?
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taking from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but... What was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
I don't
No.
think so.
Phew. That's the stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You?
Ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
Pretty sprawling, this estate. How am I gonna find that rose? I'm still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though. Fresh manure. Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold. Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who?
Couldn't tell you.
A grave here? What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt.
Why is there a dog here?
Woods rotted completely. Beehives, well maintained but dormant. No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back.
kitty cat. Their eyes don't look normal. Neither do the dogs.
I'd scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that? That digging? A lockpick? Must have been the other thieves. Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden. Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
We're gonna fight that big guy, aren't we? Yes.
Graves, unmarked, laid out in rows like garden beds. Hey. Hear me? Other thief. Bodies mutilated. Who are you? Damn.
And the guy has no face. Ooh. So let's get a coin up.
What the fuck was that?
Good question.
No eyes or nostrils, deformed organs. Damn thing had no right to be alive.
Well, philosophers do still debate what it means to be alive, exactly.
Normally I'd be shocked, but not after what I just saw. Who are you two?
Clearly not animals. Think of us as friends of the house.
I knew that they weren't normal.
What about this thing? What can you tell me? Friend of yours?
We called him the Caretaker.
Doesn't look like any creature I've ever seen. Where'd it come from?
From very far away. He was summoned to guard Lady Iris and the home. He tended the garden, took care of unwanted guests.
Very far away. Meaning where exactly?
The name of this place would mean naught to you.
What's with the show? The pretense that you're animals. You couldn't have warned me?
No. We're obliged to maintain discretion.
So why talk to me at all?
Why? Well, we get so few chances to talk to humans, and we're curious to know what brought you.
Gonna need a better answer than that.
Later.
You know the master of the house, the owner?
Olgierd von Everett? Yes, we know him, but he left, and his wife became mistress of the house.
Great. So, Lady Von Everett home? Could you announce me, say she has a guest?
Why do you wish to see her?
I'm here to get the violet rose Olgierd gave Iris just before he left.
Iris is inside, in the bedchamber upstairs. Take his key. It opens the rear door.
Guess I'll make my own introductions. So, how should I address you?
As you did now. We'd rather keep our names to ourselves.
It's +7. No damage compared to this. There's a compare button. Yeah, nah, I think we'll keep up with the one we got. Thank you. So let's go into the house.
This is my house.
I'm painting.
What the hell? Gotta be
Alrighty
careful.
then.
It was true love. What the hell was that?
Not even close to being better.
Olgierd as I've never known him. A different man then.
was locked.
Fire damage. Interesting. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way.
That was a little too easy.
What the hell was that?
That was a little too easy. I don't think we're done with her.
Bedchamber. Iris was supposed to be here. Lovely couple. Gotta be her. Damn it.
You wish to see her? Here she is.
A man should frame his wishes carefully. It forestalls disappointment.
This some sick joke. Why didn't you tell me she was dead right away?
You didn't ask.
And why hasn't anyone buried her?
We can't. As for the caretaker, the one you cut down, while still alive, she ordered him to stay away from her for all time.
The deeper I get into this, the more I gotta wonder. Why are you even helping me?
We were summoned to serve Iris von Everec. Our mistress died, but that did not free us from her service.
Got it. You want to leave this place, leave these bodies?
Surprised?
No, not at all. How did she die? Don't see any wounds, evidence of a fight.
Her heart burst.
Meaning what? A heart attack?
No, it simply burst.
Find that hard to believe.
Yet that's precisely what happened. One day Iris locked the front door, lay down here and died. From grief, from loneliness.
Her ghost's restless, angry, attacks intruders. Know why?
Lady von Everec has endured much hardship. She's unaccustomed to guests and not fond of strange folk.
She can't hear us.
Seems I gotta speak to Iris's ghost.
It's no easy task to contact the mistress. Rage and bitterness fill her.
Got my ways. To make contact with Iris, I gotta bury her body. But that caretaker's macabre little cemetery won't do. Too much blood, too much fear.
She spent much time in the front garden.
Maybe there.
Wait. Take this key. It opens the front door.
Good dog.
I wonder what kind of things they actually are.
She liked to sit here, but this is not a good place for a grave.
Too close to the house.
I'll keep searching.
Iris von Everett adored flowers.
But she would never want to destroy them.
All right, I'll dig the grave somewhere else. This place seems suitable.
Yes, she loved to paint.
Did Iris von Everett have any last requests? Say how she wanted her remains disposed of?
She feared death, worried none would see to her burial or say a kind word in parting.
Guess I'll be the one to do that. Can't say much about Iris von Everett, but I do know I like her paintings. It's a shame her art couldn't bring her greater comfort. At times, fate muddles our path, and life turns toilsome, hard to bear. Yet all deserve respite and peace in death. You two, got any last words for your mistress?
We don't partake in human rituals.
Trusting that what you've done is in keeping with your customs.
I don't know if you want to be buried with a painting of your husband, but you live together, so maybe you want to be with him in death as well. The remains are interred. Let's summon her. Tormented spirit, I've laid your bones to rest. Forget your wrath, forget your grief. Show yourself. Forgive me for tearing you from your realm. I need to ask you. Should I follow you? All right.
Can figure we weren't done yet.
What is this place?
painted world. The work of Iris von Everec.
How'd you two get in here?
We exist in both worlds at once.
Strange place.
One born of Iris von Everec's dreams.
It existed only in her mind while she lived. In death, it gained substance.
Pretty fantastic tale. Hard as hell to believe.
Yet you'd best believe it, and be on your guard. The painted world is rife with danger.
All right, this is lovely and all, but where's Iris?
You awoke her but for a moment. If you wish to speak to her, you must tear her from her slumber completely.
Sure, but how?
You're a tracker, right? Saw you examining the tracks outside.
Yeah, so?
This is a world built of memories blurred and wilting. Moments our mistress wishes to forget, but cannot.
You need to find them, restore them, summon the fears that torment Iris, and destroy them.
Easy to say. Spectres of Olgid and his wife. But why aren't they moving?
This is a memory.
But it's incomplete, blurred. You must peer closely and restore it.
The spirit from the steppe. Read often, well worn. Probably not right. Iris was painting the manor. Pieces of tableware for an afternoon tea or breakfast. Perfect match. Probably not right. Painting palette. Iris was painting the manor. Perfect match.
We should get a dog. Or a dog and a cat. Even better. When the rain comes, the dog will warm my feet and the cat will play with a ball of yarn by the fire. What do you think? Are you even listening?
Apologies, dear. Had my mind on my book.
Is it that terribly absorbing?
Hmm? Yes, terribly. Know what? Let's go inside.
Why? It's lovely out here. The birds singing, the bees buzzing. Blissful, really.
Sorry, dear. I feel unwell. I'll go in. You stay a while longer.
Alright.
Ugly bastard. Another memory. preparations for a special occasion. Wine cup, just like the one Olgierd's holding. A wedding veil? Probably not right. Perfect match.
Your health, my dear wife.
And yours, my husband.
Just kind of interesting
my
little
lap.
puzzle.
Custom calls that newlyweds be greeted with bread and salt. But we're alone for now.
I need none but you. Oh, if only this moment could last forever.
I shall see what I can do. But come in and see our home.
Gladly, but I know this sounds silly, yet the house has sat empty for so long, and I'm...
Afraid of spiders? I know. I swept them all up and tossed them in the garden.
My knight, you've seen to everything.
Ah, damn it all. Medallion's humming.
And your medallion's not
A wraith?
humming this whole time. You're in a magical world?
No, a nightmare.
A fear crystallized, one you must now face.
Another dream of the past. Bet this one's incomplete too. A lavish feast, trying to impress the guests. Silver thread, pearls. It all must have cost a fortune. Just a little different than painting. A Toussaint wine. Expensive.
Okay, so the two front ones are lit. So ignite that one.
My darling, is everything all right? You seem pale, out of sorts.
Everything's fine, really. But why don't you tell me how you fare? I'm ever so happy to see you. Except, why didn't Grandmama and Grandpapa come?
It's a long, rugged journey. Muddy.
They still refuse to meet me. Is that it? And what's this?
We've brought some of Iris's things. Her favorite brush, her cherished doll, and this for you.
Banknotes.
We paid off your debts, bought them out, to avoid bringing shame to the family.
Sorry about that, my phone just vibrated.
So nice of Mama and Papa to remember me.
Olgierd? Now you see his true nature? I warned you before the wedding. A ruffian and a boor who keeps the company of bandits. Are you not afraid to live under one roof with that rabble?
So let's follow you again. Don't like this place.
This is quite easier than I was expecting. Granted, I am a little overpowered at the moment.
The bedchamber. Towel stained with blood. Wick's almost gone. Blood stains. Someone washed their hands, then wiped them dry on that towel.
What time is it?
It's late. Sleep.
Up all night in your study again, I see. What have you got on your hands?
Nothing. Got a bit dirty, that's it.
Is that blood? Have you hurt yourself?
Ink stains. I was writing letters. I shall go to Oxenfurt soon. Perhaps you'd come with me.
Oh, that's a marvelous idea. A trip would do us both so much good.
Then it's decided. Now, time for bed. I'm exhausted.
I shan't fall asleep now. It's out of the question. Come, I shall finish your portrait.
And if she's not getting sleep, you ain't getting sleep. That's how marriage goes, buddy.
Another blurred memory. Fresh, as if someone just rinsed it. She painted Olgierd, but the details are off. Living Tableau's missing something. Living Tableau's gotta look just like the painting. Maybe here?
And I think the apple was on the right.
This goes here. Still not right. Goblet, like the one in the painting.
Okay, so left is the grapes, right's the apple, middle is the goblet. Alright. Let's try this again.
Living Tableau's gotta look just like the painting.
Place the goblet in the middle.
Maybe on this side. Fits, I think. Finally, just like the picture.
Smile a bit wider.
Like this?
You were meant to smile, not bare your teeth. No, still wrong. Smile like you did when Papa agreed we could marry. Please? You're useless. I can tell something's bothering you.
I've a bit of work I should see to.
Again? Olgierd, we agreed not to keep any secrets from one another. We promised.
Forgive me. I don't wish to discuss this.
Olgierd. Olgierd!
And the door shut in our face. Come here so I can walk past.
That stench.
She's like,
Master von Everett's study. Here he immersed himself in the arcane arts.
Pentagrams here to bind summoned beings. Lines aren't all clear, though. Need chalk to fix them, then I can set out the candles. Blood pacts, or on foreign presences. A tome about parleying with demons. Beeswax candles. Manor was depressingly gloomy in the winter. Chalk blood. For some kind of magic, I bet. The Gates of Mystery. Between Worlds. The library of an occultist. Black magic. That should do it. Now for the candles.
see inside pentagrams, candles on the verticals of the pentagram, candles on circles surrounding the pentagram.
What about this? Not even a fizzle. How about this?
Come back! We must talk!
I guess we're...
Go away. I wish to be alone.
Not this time! Come out at once!
Leave me be. I merely want to work in peace. Udiano feos. Soba camisa iada. Soba camisa e barasas. What other spell must I use, damn it? I've tried them all. I wish to end our pact. I summon thee!
quickly! The flames! Douse the flames!
I did not expect that.
Damn it, smack in the middle of a raging blizzard. Gotta find shelter, get inside. Olgeir didn't let them in. They froze to death. Olgeir, Iris, and her father. So this is when he started smoking. A beer tankard. But there was vodka in it, to the last drop. So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings. Probably not right. A marriage contract between Iris and Olgeir. Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point, Father. My patience runs thin.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
You vowed to remain with me, till death do us part.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgeir I married is no more.
Breaking a word once given does not come that easy. Believe me. You shall stay here, forever.
Enough! You will not command us. You will...
Father! Father! No!
Servants, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
Then Von Everett ceased to be human.
Though he still loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
I remember. We spent much time together here, the three of us.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
Big bear.
You do the rest.
A large clay bowl. Small bowl for soup maybe scratches. There we go. this was yours. Single place setting. No others on the table. Ladder. Perfect match. You actually ate from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those two are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you. Care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
So she ended up being a prisoner.
Feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Olgierd von Everec failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everec's greatest fear.
My dearest wife, letters from Olgierd to Iris. Were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade, especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd.
That is one hell of a nightmare.
You under the delusions of live happily ever after. As lifeless and born as a boulder on the roadside.
I guess I win. Wasn't quite as hard as I thought it was gonna be.
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place. I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the painting on my grave, I remembered the day of my marriage. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Now, does she freely give me the rose, or am I gonna have to fight for it?
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
I don't know what to do. I don't know. We'll see.
I can't take the rose.
Is it not what you came for?
Can't force Iris into oblivion. She thinks and feels still, and she's no danger to anyone but intruders.
Look at her. Look at her world. She's doomed to relive the painful past eternally. Take the rose. Show her mercy.
What should I do? What do you want me to do?
I do not know what I want. I'm so very, very afraid.
You too. You want me to take the rose, trying to convince me. Why?
We want to help Iris von Everec. And you.
Generous demons? I don't buy it. Because you are demons, right? You were to serve Iris until the end of her days. End didn't come with her death, so you were sentenced to stay in the world of her torment for all time. Can't break the contract yourselves, so you need me to do it for you. If I take the rose, Iris will cease to exist, but you'll also be freed.
You're right. But are we wrong to want that? Our intentions are pure.
We're but bit players in this tragedy. A performance has gone on too long. We can't help the mistress, and her fate no longer moves us.
Can we be blamed for simply wanting to leave the stage?
And they've got a plan.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger. I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
The Man of Glass. And glass that can't be broken.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
I have a feeling we're going to have to run. Maybe not. salesman go there. Nice, this way. Now, where's the... right there. So I am heading the right place. Right way. We'll return this to Olgerd, and we will continue on with the storyline.
Wouldn't know where me parrot is, would ya?
Nope, I don't. I'm sorry.
Why does he need two swords? Does he tend to use them?
Oh!
Long live
Get out of my way.
Renovid!
Get out of my way. Thanks.
It's like a new race teach. You're a bigger rat picker than me.
Such excellence.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draught.
Geralt! Over here!
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treat.
And he froze
Show
all the
off.
time.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead, or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, Width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand.
I'm about to remove your head.
That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness. Just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple. Got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Good folk, did you see? The bloke literally dropped dead.
He was there, alive, a moment ago.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood!
Witcher in the house. No wonder folk are dropping.
I'm
Cursed
gonna
and
walk
next.
out of this.
Oh.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end that here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then hit that like button down below.
So bored I
And
can
I will see you guys in the next one.